all right. It is Friday, March 18th, 10 a.m. Eastern, 1500 UTC. Welcome to the MeanDAO community update with the core team. We're going to be doing an AMA, an update, just as like Friday. It's a good chance for us to let everybody know what we've been up to, what we are planning to do in the coming days, coming weeks, and get you to ask any questions. Right now we are 30 in the audience. I am joined in the stage by Adele, Mylene, Pavelson, and Tariq. My name is Michelle, for those of you who do not know me yet. But happy Friday, everyone.
Everybody, happy Friday.
All right, why don't we get this party started? Let's see. How are we doing on the markets has been kind of like up and down, but moving sideways mostly in here. So I think we're about to see something like some kind of like new movement, either up and down quite dramatically soon, and then because like all of this side movement just creates a very tight squeeze, and this is about to get interesting, I think. Uh, we've been moving sideways for about, I don't know, I want to say like what, 3 months now, 2 months give or take. So yeah, market is about to pop, either all the way down or all the way up, but one way or the other. So just wanted to put that out there. Watch your positions, and make sure that that your collateral ratios are well covered. Other than that, let's take a look at our Discord so we are March 18th right now. So if we look back about a couple of weeks, we would be somewhere in the, what is it? Let me take a look at this. So on the 4th, so between the 4th and now, how are we doing? Let me put this on the Discord and the metrics. All right, so how are we doing between the 4th and now in terms of growth and activation? Actually, no, that doesn't look right. Are exactly the same number of communicators? That doesn't sound right. I think Discord is broken. I'm getting like dash, like as in like there's no there's not a number here. All right, I'm gonna skip that because I don't know how to read dash on the key metrics. Yeah, they're not reporting that very well. Just looking at member joins, a lot of people have joined via invite in the last week or so. Probably about, let's see, 146. I have to do my math because they're not aggregating this here. I think that Discord has some problem today with the metrics. So we have total 91, total 19, 15, 154. It looks like on March 8 and March 12, we were either running some sort of, I guess, invite contest, because there's like a lot of invites going on in there, 150 and another 120, 150, give or take. So about 450 invites that we got people coming through the server. We had the total membership over time from the 14th to now did go down. Let's see, we were at 65,494, and now we are at 65,309. So we have a good, like almost 200 people that we are short on. And then let's see here, the activations of new members for basically members that talked, that have that either did voice or text, is right on a little bit below the benchmark right now. We're looking at 6.3% for March 12. There's nothing yet reported for March 13 and to the 18th, so I have to like look basically a trailing week here. And we went from 21 to 6, and not ideal here either. But we're coming up from 4.5. So I guess like the overall trend is up, but we have a little bit of like zigzagging going on in there. Let's see how we're doing on the engagement. Engagement is fairly flat right now. It continues to be somewhere in the 18%, still well below the benchmark that we want to hit, which is around 30% of communicators. So we have some opportunity for improvement there, but like a 12% improvement that we need to seek. All of the Discord is giving me this like weird dash dash instead of actual numbers. I don't know what the heck's going on with that. Well, it is unfortunate that I cannot give you those actual numbers today. Let's see, message activity. We did go up. We were at a daily of about 553 messages. We are today at 644. So that's good. That means a lot more people, or the same people are talking a lot more, or more people are talking a little bit more. A lot of voice messages actually this week. Damn, this was just a week of talking. 83 minutes on one. Yeah, that's crazy. Like we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days where every single day we talked for more than 100 minutes. That's an hour and a half worth of talking in the server. That's unusual, but okay. I guess we're moving a little bit more to talking than to writing. That can be a trend. Let's see what else here. How many people muted the server? 5, 6, 5, 7, 6. Yeah, so that's okay. Let's see here. How is the audience doing? Audience is about the same. Turkey continues to be at 25. All other countries combined, second place 21, Nigeria 18, Korea 12, Indonesia 8, US 5, India 4. India went up a little bit. That's good. We want to see that trend continuing. Russia 3, Vietnam 2, Hong Kong 2, and everybody else kind of like gobbled up into like that 21%. All right. So those are the Twitter, the Discord metrics. Where are we on? I need to start getting Mo to report some of these like marketing numbers moving forward. Is Mo on the line here?
He joined us.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there he is. Yep. I was looking at the audience. I was trying to find you in the audience. Like, where is Mo? And he's like one of the. All right. Welcome, Mo. Yeah, we'll maybe not on this one because it's kind of like first week of you getting kind of tune in on this thing, but we'll want to hear definitely for you some of the plans that you have going on the marketing and PR side. But maybe in upcoming weeks, like this is your turf. So I'm gonna kind of like hand off the reins to you on this kind of reporting and metrics. All right. Let's see how we doing on Twitter. Let's take a look at Twitter. Last 7 days. Last 7 days we had 36,000 impressions in the 7-day period. Engagement is up from 2% to 2.8%. That's good. Total clicks went also up. So click through, link clicks went also up. Retweets are meh, on about the same, or actually a little bit less than that. We only had 56 retweets this week, on 236 likes and 16 replies. So in general, there's a little bit more engagement, but the engagement is still very, very low. The most relevant post that we had this week was let's see, what was the most relevant post? One that says "Good morning" with a
What?
with a coffee. Yeah, one that says GM. So that had like almost 2,000 impressions on that. Actually, that was not it. That's not true. There's this other one here that was, I guess, on March 12th. Not a lot of good movies on TV today. That's basically the link to the previous community AMA. All right. Why don't we switch over to. I actually didn't have. I need to renew my license to open up um, the uh, the 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 connector to the SQL database. So I don't have the actual numbers for the aggregate number of unique wallets right now because I didn't renew my license. So you're gonna have to forgive me for that. But Adele, if you have a handy, I'll have it. Basically, unique wallets that we have now on the application. Last week we were at. I have it written down here. 162,000. So hopefully this week we have a little bit more than that. Um, so yeah, if you can run that query, that'll be helpful. I know I'm putting you a little bit on the spot, but in the meantime, why don't we go and get some updates from Pavel-san about our product, our support, customer happiness. What are we doing with the product up until now, and what do we have in the bucket list coming up?
For sure. Thanks, Michelle. A couple quick things on the support front. I'd say it's been pretty quiet, actually, which I would say all in all is a good thing in the sense of the issues that are coming up are getting resolved very quickly now. Very few are having to go to second level support. So I thought that was a very positive thing. And so some of our focus on that front is starting to switch into additional testing and development of materials supporting on that front. So I thought that was sort of a cool little tidbit. But so not really much to report, which I guess it falls in the bucket of no news is good news, perhaps on that. So and then on the product front, and it's kind of within that umbrella, we've got, you'd mentioned last week about Hello Next, a tool that we were going to get set up so that members of the community can, and anyone using our app for that matter, can post suggestions, see the public sort of roadmap, and sort of have a discussion on which ones are the most important through a procedure of voting. So that is actually is set live today, and it's under the URL next.meanfi.com. So we're going to be adding that to the different areas in Discord and the website. Again, it's next.meanfi.com. And so that's a pretty cool tool it's going to be used for the beta test as well that we're going to be doing with the staking program, and the ability to provide some structured feedback and suggestions. And again, what's really cool about it is it allows the community to be able to take part in helping guide us into what is most important from feature sets, feature requests, and even suggestions as well, right? So we're pretty excited about that. And then moving on from there, the staking beta, which was announced last week, we do have that group sort of established for the sort of first round of testing, and that's going to be starting very soon. Still sort of hardening up the dev testing on the staking before we sort of open it up to the group. But that's coming. The plan is within the next few days to have that done as soon as we can. But we want to make sure everything's done right. A couple of small things we did, which clarified things. There was in the multi-sig area, there was a bit of confusion around how the vaults were being shown in the app, and so it was identified as more of a wording confusion, but it really needed to be resolved. So what was done there, and that was a hot fix that was just released very recently, is we renamed the word vault to assets. So it was kind of perhaps a misuse of the word vault. The actual vault is, there is one vault in a multi-sig, and then all of the sort of token assets were sort of created within that, and we were referring to it as each one as a vault, and so we just kind of renamed that to make it a little bit clearer for the users to understand how it was really how it really works. I think that was sort of a positive move, fairly easy one, but it just involved a lot of changes on the wording front. And I guess the other two things I have is just bringing up what we sort of accomplished last week, which was really a success into the week, was the great dashboard widget that they're using, allowing the users of Grape, or anybody who uses the dashboard, to withdraw their money streams, see the money streams, and essentially interact with our platform in their sort of environment. So that actually got a lot of really great sort of feedback from the guys, and appreciated that, hearing that sort of good news. And final item is we did add some tweaks to the how the locked money stream creation is taking place. So the before it was a little bit, it needed a little bit of love, I guess, and now it's a little bit, quite a bit more clear on how you can specify the cliff amounts, and also a couple additional how do you say, information warnings, just making sure that everyone knows when you do it, when you create a locked money stream, it's locked, right? So there's no pausing it. It's set in stone, if you will, in the nature of it being a locked contract. And so that was launched as well, this week as an update. So
Sweet.
that's kind of where I have it now. We have a lot of sort of stuff on the
So,
board for up and comings,
so
and
is it fair to say, Pavel-san,
mm,
right now we're getting into kind of smoothing all of the rough edges that we might have had on previous releases, and getting things stable, plus focusing on one major feature, or one major release, or one major product at a time. Is that
correct.
kind of accurate? The
Yeah,
the, the overall?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. And as I said, sort of last AMA, the focus of each sprint, that we call it, each sort of grouping time, is to have a release around a Tuesday. So we do have that up and coming. But with that said, we have had a couple of hot fixes. All of that's announced in the app update area. We're also announcing it on the new Hello Next
Sweet.
area, so that people can easily follow. So what's happening. So we made some good improvements on that front, I would say. And but yes, 100%. That there is sort of one kind of key feature focus, and sort of per release. And then to your point, we are sort of over time, we're taking feedback, which I'm excited to see what we get again on the next side, and sort of making things better. So and ultimately, on the sort of longer term perspective, we all benefit as a community greatly from that, right?
Yep.
Especially on the ease of use. So yeah, that's where that
Yep.
is.
Right on.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you, Paladin. Phenomenal work from you and your team over there.
Thank you.
Mo, I'm gonna kind of like jump onto you, and like do a quick intro of yourself to everybody else in the community. But if you feel like doing it yourself, like, why don't you just jump ahead? We cannot hear you. All right. While he figures out the mic situation, Mo is going to be helping out with the marketing. He's going to be the the person behind all of our marketing management, everything that's going on Twitter, just strategy in general. So there's going to be a lot of input, or a lot of output coming from Mo. He has an amazing background and experience, and he has done that for many large organizations, including the Olympic Committee, and we're very fortunate to give Mo a warm welcome here. Much needed your help, sir. as we make kind of like as we move further into additional community AMAs and kind of like updates from the core team and whatnot, um, all of the marketing initiatives and things of that to that nature. So updating that with that regard are most likely going to be coming from Mo directly. Okay. Oh, there he is.
Thank you, Michelle. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Awesome. Sorry, technical difficulties. I apologize.
No worries.
All right. Thank you very much for the great introduction, Michelle. I'm excited to be a part of the team. And yes, I will be, and I am currently optimizing our communication channels, our marketing, our reach, our PR, and eventually our partnerships and much more bigger exposure globally. That's the goal. So I've started optimizing our Twitter, slowly our LinkedIn as well. So you will start seeing more activity on Twitter, more engagement, more relevant content. And I am also building on more education materials that shall help and support in onboarding new users, people who are still not sure what DeFi is, how we work, how we operate, and what's our purpose and what problems are we solving. So yes, it's an exciting journey ahead.
And we are excited to have you help us lead that. And Mo, in particular, also you're going to be working with all of the guild presidents and all of the skill forces and all that. How do you envision that kind of relationship going and collaboration?
Ooh, I think it's going to be fun. It's about passing on experience. It's passing on knowledge. It's helping identify everyone's skill set, what they're passionate about, and guiding them to improve, to grow, directing them in the right direction in terms of what courses they could do potentially to optimize their skill set, to really drill down into what motivates them, what drives them, and just being there for them and growing with the team.
Sweet, sweet. And that is a very good segue to go into the one and only Tariq, which is our head of community management. And this week it's been a hot week for community, Tariq. Not only on the update side, but we've been in the process of setting up the new guilds, the new guild president, trying to get those projects going, a lot of formatting, a lot of questions, a lot of clarifications. Can you share with us how the week has been and what do we have in store for next week?
Okay, this week, from the growth field reports, we had Mean listed on Blockfolio, and we reported an additional 140 new holders on Mean token, and we have the invite contest up and running. So also this week we had pruning in the server, and we let go of 8,700 people, inactive members for the past 30 days in the server. And new channels were created, just like the suggestions channels, where the community members could head and drop their suggestions. And as it stands, most of them are bringing good ideas. People like FT and the rest. Also, we created a channel called the Person of the Day channel. This channel is being handled by the Play Guild. This is a channel where they bring up ideas and people can talk about their life experience, be it crypto, be it any of life experience. So also this week we had the multi-sig demo slash area. We had that was yesterday. We had a lot of turn-ups, and we will be doing more of the demos in weeks to come. And also Discord event continues next week. The quiz session is still on. And also the main DAO, we got the Solar Poly DAO gave 100 slots to main DAO community for their recent NFT mint that's going to be coming up in a few weeks or days. So before I don't want to send the report out until we have a vote on that. So before this AMA ends, I'll be sending out a vote on if we are going to accept the proposal for the whitelist. Also note that this is not admitting the NFT is not a financial advice. It's something you also research on yourself. So this is why I want a vote to be casted so that you go in and research about the project. If it's worthy of minting, you can go ahead and mint the project.
Can you expand a little bit on that on that NFT thing? What is it about? And I don't think everybody's privy to it.
Okay, the Solar Poly project. Okay, I'll be giving a short review. The Solar Poly is a real estate board game, and it's simply Monopoly adapted to Solana blockchain. So, Solar Poly is a real estate game where players buy properties and earn rental income from the real estates. So,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
All right. So it's an engagement activity basically that we're having on the server.
yeah.
All right. Good. All right. Adele, anything you want to add here from the? Thank you very much, Tariq. Let's move on into technology and projects. If there is anything to add here, so that we can move on to Q&A from the.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention something that I couldn't be here last weekend, last AMA, and I don't know if it was mentioned that we already submitted the. We addressed all the issues from first audit that we are ongoing with our two on-chain programs, the dollar cost average and the hybrid liquidity aggregator, and we are just waiting for the final report so we can have the official end to our first audit on Solana. So yeah, wait for the news.
Awesome. Any update on Certic?
Not yet.
Not yet.
That one's still ongoing. It should be done by the end of this month.
All right. Awesome. Thank you very much, sir.
Sure.
Mylene. She was having problems with the phone. Or with the Wi-Fi or something. All right. Alrighty then. Why don't we go through and try to get some of those pesky questions answered? Do we have any questions here? Let's see. The shop is open. Turkish audience. Okay. Legend says, I am always hearing about the MeanFi money stream and multisig, and this is my first time joining MMA. Please, can you explain what is money stream and multisig are mainly implemented and used for? Legend, you need to do a little bit of homework, my friend. Otherwise, but like on the skinny side, MoneyStream is a technology that allows for real-time finance, so that instead of doing batch financing, we can send money and move money and do transfers and do payroll and pay for subscriptions and do anything that we want in real time. As we are consuming it, money is being streamed the same way that music, instead of being bought right now song by song, it is streamed and listened to. So music streaming, money streaming, same concept. And multisig is a technique to secure funds in on-chain that are that require multiple people to approve the movement of those funds. I'm sure that there is a lot of documentation online and videos on YouTube. I invite you to take a look at those things. We are glad to see you here. Welcome to the Mean DAO, and we hope to see a lot more of you, Legend. Fed T asks, hi, Michelle and team, is there a plan to be listed in Turkish stock markets? Stock markets? Okay, that's an interesting one, as in like the New York Stock Exchange? We're not, okay, so Turkish society loves to care about MeanFi. Can there be a listing like BTC Turk when there is so much interest? So I don't know by hand BCT Turk. But if this is, I'm just Googling it right now. Yeah, so it looks like it's an exchange. So I was scared when you said stock markets, because I was thinking like, yeah, we don't have stock, we have tokens. But But Feti, so short answer is like I don't have any connections right now to BTC Turk, but if you guys do and you can open up those channels, one of the efforts that we're going through right now, especially around treasury diversification, assets under management that we have, and all of those things, is to put the Mean token in as many protocols and as many exchanges as we can, so long that they are healthy exchanges and so long that it doesn't cost us an arm and a leg. A lot of people have asked here, for example, like, why don't we list in Binance? Because Binance wants to charge $300,000 just for listing. And then we have to give them another like 1% or 2% or 3% or 5% of the overall token. It is a very expensive exchange to list. It's either you pay that when you are new, like we are, and you are young, like we are, or you wait until you have a much more mature market and competitive liquidity and futures market and all of those things in other exchanges, and then they will list you probably for free. So right now, the strategy that we're doing is, yes, we are going out and getting listed in different exchanges that are uh, that are not that expensive to list on, or that are better at partnering with us. And 100% for sure, if you have something that the Turkish people use a lot, let's try to get listed on that. You know how to facilitate those connections. I think that the most important thing when we're dealing with an exchange is, number one, understanding what is their value proposition when they're asking for a listing, if they collect or not a listing fee, and if they require certain expenditures on marketing activities, because all of those things. So basically, those are the two main things that exchanges do. They charge a listing fee. Sometimes it's free. For example, in like, we didn't pay any kind of listing fee on Gate or MEXC. We listed with them, but they do require that we spend certain amount of money in marketing activities, in contests and stuff like that. So it's an evaluation. It's on a case by case basis. If it is a straight up listing, like, phenomenal, like, tell me where to sign, right? So the more exposure we have to the token, the better it is. So short answer, do we have interest? Yes. Do we have connections to BTC Turk or some other Turkish one? No. Do we want it? Absolutely. Open up the channels. Let's get it going. Hello, MeanFi community. Lily Baby says, I am new and really want to know the team opinion when single staking will start. And also, I want to, is there any other plans for airdrops for new members that just joined Mean community in the earlier run? So new airdrops are, it is very likely that we actually do a lot of airdrops. So just to qualify, what an airdrop is. An airdrop is, you are receiving, like, we're having a project that we are sending airdrop, that we're sending Mean tokens retroactively for certain behavior, certain activity, or certain group of people that have proven to be either valuable members of our community or power users of our applications, or a combination of thereof. To that extent, and they don't have to actually pay anything for it. Just their activity qualifies them to do that kind of things. A big part of the emissions that we pay out on a monthly basis are paid on the basis of, like, very specific kind of work that gets rewarded, and that is the way that the DAO works. The token has emissions. The community members create projects that track certain KPIs and certain key results that we want on those KPI metrics. And if they are met, then it gets paid. So, and effectively, those are basically weekly airdrops that we are doing on those things. It's not as massive as the airdrop that we had at the beginning, which was like a very large airdrop. And if the question is, are we going to have another very large airdrop? The answer is right now, none is planned, but that doesn't mean that it's never going to be planned. Like, 10 million token airdrop that we did before is rather unusual for what we have right now. Was it 10 million? I think it was 10 million. So yeah, we might have smaller ones, but yeah. All right, Mo, great to have emphasis on LinkedIn too. We can use hashtags, etc., to reach out more. Yep, 100%. All right, let's see. Pavel-san, this is a question for you. Since we partners with Solrise and Solflare, wouldn't it be great if Mean token is added on Solflare wallet swap option?
Yeah, I actually just replied back. It is that's if you go on their page within the wallet and go to the swap option, they have a swap feature, and as noted, it is missing. So it's
And we are not listed
I
there.
know.
Get out!
I know.
How did that happen?
I actually, quite honestly, I went and checked because I was like, I couldn't believe it. But yeah,
I cannot believe that we
yeah.
are not listed there.
So
How did that happen?
very
We'll get
good,
that
very
sorted
good
out
point.
today.
Yeah, 100%. Very good point, Dr. X. Thank you.
Yeah, good. All right. Let's see. I think that we don't have a whole lot of questions here today. All right. That means that we have a short meeting. All right. I since we don't have a whole lot of other questions, I'm going to address a couple of things. I see that there are a few ambassadors. We have 43 people in the audience, and not everybody's an ambassador or a guild
Yeah,
member, is it?
yeah. The AMA actually started 1 hour earlier.
Oh, because of the change in time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God. Okay.
God
There you
damn
go.
it. I knew. I was like, this is like a quiet crowd here today. What's going on? Change
Oh,
in time. You know
every
that
time.
actually, like, in the U.S., like they just passed legislation that we're not going to do that anymore. Basically, this is going to be the time forever now.
Right.
So there's no more like daylight saving times and stuff like that. Whatever that thing is. But well, just pass the word to everybody that is missing this because of the difference in time. One thing that I wanted to kind of cover with you guys is that some of the project proposals that have been put down for the grants committee still have, and this goes especially to the guild presidents, still have a lot of KPI metrics to track. And like, I don't know, I'm just gonna go with the Play Guild to use it as an example. The KPI on the KPI metric input, it says 10% increase on all metrics. That is impossible. You cannot track 10% increase on all metrics. Otherwise, that's never gonna get paid or hit. So like, let's try to like focus on one metric per project, one KPI metric per project, and let's try to like really focus on that one so that everybody's aligned on the same metric, everybody that is involved. And we have to create 3 for that particular guild. All right, just create 3, but focus on 3, not on the 10 different alternative metrics that we have there. Let's focus on fewer metrics, not more metrics. It's better to have more concentration on a couple of metrics that a lot of dilution across all the metrics. Okay, one will carry the other one along, but let's focus on one number. All right. So Tariq, I think we need to like clean that up a little bit. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard for us in the grants committee to determine whether the project was successful after 7 days or no. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Cool. Alrighty then. I don't have anything else. Pavel-san, Tariq, Mo, Adele, anybody from the core team that wants to have any closing thoughts here before we wrap it up?
No, I'm good. I guess I only missed the Chinese translation is coming as well as a product sort of a mini update there. So just thanks for everybody who's been helping out with that, and look forward to seeing that live in the app. So that was the sort of only parting thing I wanted to say that I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yep. All right. Sweet. Good to point out. There was also wasn't there another language that that we said that we are going to add soon after the Chinese?
That's
I think Korea.
Yeah. All right. All right. Let's see here, Legend. Another question, please. If I don't withdraw my money from the money stream monthly, will it be clear out? Well, clear out, or will be accumulated and will be withdrawn at once? It will be accumulated, Legend. One of the things that we'll probably introduce a little bit later will be auto withdrawals at some point, but we don't have that out yet. But it will be more. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense really when you think about the idea that you can invest directly from your treasury or from your money stream into any protocol that that you want. So the future to which we are driving, which is not right now, but the future to which we are driving and we're going to get to, is the idea that your wallet, you know, that concept that you think about, like your plugin that you have in your browser or the app, are good to the extent that they are being used to sign for stuff, and that's it, not to hold any assets in that offline transaction. You're holding all of your assets in on-chain wallets, in basically cloud wallets that you get to access through your through or in I'm sorry on-chain accounts that you get to access through your off-chain wallet that you use for signatures. So the money is definitely moving on-chain, not off-chain, with all of the benefits of they are still in your custody, right? And that's what a money stream is. It's basically a on-chain account that only you or the multisig that is assigned to it has access to operate over, and you can move your money freely to anywhere. So that concept that you're thinking, oh, do I have to like withdraw it and stuff like that, eventually is going to become um, a non-issue, because like nobody thinks it's kind of like thinking, um, do I have to withdraw my money from my Chase bank account? But no, it's your money, technically speaking. There is just being custodied by Chase. In this case, it is your money, even if you don't have it under your mattress. It's just being custodied by you, or only you can move it. But it is basically on chain as opposed to under your mattress, right? So like it's a it's a shift in the way to think about these problems, right? All right, but yeah, good question. You can withdraw anytime. You can wait and it will accumulate, or you can you know yeah, withdraw it as after. Will all tokens go into circulation for 4 years? What does it look like? What this is what it looks like on the white paper. Yes, they will all be in circulation after 4 years. That is correct, Talib. Alrighty, guys. It looks like this is a wrap. Thank you very much. It is a what is it? 10:43. This is record time for us. How many people are we wrapping this up with? 50 people in the audience. Please spread the word to those who couldn't make it today because of the time change. And for all of those that are here and that did made it, let's have an amazing weekend. Let's prepare and recharge for having an even bigger and much more meaningful KPI-based driven next week, like full of productivity. We have one of the features that you all have been asking for a long, long time. Staking is coming home, and we're very excited for the week to come. I am already looking forward to the next AMA and that we're gonna have in 7 days. I know it's gonna be a lot of movement there. So for everybody, go out, smell the roses, kiss your loved ones, and let's fucking go!
Oh man, you need to.
Have a good day,
Okay,
everyone.
All right.
next
Awesome.
time. Next
Thank you,
time.
everyone.
Ciao.
Thank you,
Thank you,
guys.
everyone.
Bye.
Later.